You know what? At this point, we might as well just make Amaran the official face of Twitch. I think she honestly deserves it at this point. Who's with me?
Previously prohibited, but now allowed with label. Erotic dances that involve disrobing or disrobing gestures such as... Holy shit! Popular dances such as twerking, grinding, and pole dancing are now allowed without a label! Alright! Is Twitch back? Guys! Ooh! Fresh, hot off the press. We've got something. We've gotten feedback that our policies around sexual content are unclear, so we've drawn clearer boundaries between what is and what isn't permitted on Twitch. We also recognize that not everyone wants to see certain content, so we're updating our criteria for homepage recommendations. Holy fuck. Okay, let's read it. Oh, this is just an image of the same tweet. Okay, let's read this one. Updating our approach to sexual content and content classification labels. Uh-oh. We've received consistent feedback from streamers that our current policies around sexual content are confusing and that it can be difficult to know how their content will be interpreted, how they'll be interpreted based on these policies, which is very true. It's extremely true. We want streamers to feel confident.
Okay. The fact that Twitch, by the way, tells you they're going to clarify something doesn't mean that they're actually going to clarify something. Twitch will never clarify anything 100%. There's always going to be ambiguity. Because that's just how companies do it.
That they understand our rules and viewers to feel like confident that they will experience and expect. To accomplish, we are making 2 changes effective today. Streaming our policies against sexual content and updating criteria used for homepage recommendations. Okay.
So they're essentially trying to dodge the bullet by just saying, oh, look at that. Now Amaran doing these things is not going to at least be on the front page? Wow. Wow. Yeah, that's going to solve everything.
Here's number 1. To be effective, policies need to be easy to understand so the streamer knows what is allowed on the site and what's not allowed. Part of the confusion comes, this is not true. I'm going to stop this right now. Everybody knows what's sexual content. Everybody knows what is and isn't allowed. Sometimes...
No. No. Asmongold is saying that because he believes he is the arbiter of truth. If he thinks X, then it only makes sense that X can be unequivocally correct. No. The clearer the guidelines, the more understandable it is. The vaguer the guidelines, the harder it is to understand things. Okay? And it's hard. The vaguer things are, the harder it is to draw a line between what is over the line and what is one step before the line. So he's completely incorrect.
People pretend like they're not doing it, but we all know what it really is. Number 1. So yeah, that's what I think. Pretending, yeah, it's always people. Exactly. Stop being dishonest. Yeah, people are just so dishonest. Part of the confusion comes from the fact that there are currently 2 separate policies in the community guidelines that address sexual content. There's also an additional section in the content classification guidelines. So basically what they're saying is that going forward, the sexually suggestive content and sexually explicit content policies will be consolidated into the sexual content policy. Okay, great. While consolidating new policies, we've removed portions of the policy that closely resembled language in the content classification guidelines. Okay, so this is all nice, okay. Accurate content using CCLs, believe that some restriction on former policies are no longer required. In addition to providing clarity, these updates will also reduce the risk of inconsistent enforcement and bring our policy more in line with the other social media services, okay. The FAQ below provides a high-level summary of some of the changes. You can find a full policy language. Okay, so this is number 1. A lot of that was just, basically this is just bookkeeping, right? They're saying it's hard to understand what you can and can't do because you have to look 3 different places to find it. Very true, very correct, good change. Number 2. Content recommendations for the homepage. We recognize that not all members of the community want to see certain content, even if it's properly labeled with a content classification label. When a CCL...
I don't even know what a content classification label is on Twitch. Okay? These small things like content labels, how many of you are first time hearing about what the hell is a content label on Twitch? I have no idea. What does this mean? Is it the fact that Quinn's streams have hashtag autism next to them? Is that a content label? I don't know. But, you know, it's just a formality, if anyone... Things like this are always just formality, by the way. There's never an exception. Everyone knows that most people have no idea what a content label is even supposed to be. Is it the hashtag? Is it some kind of magical category? What is it supposed to be? Am I supposed to even see them? I'm supposed to notice them? It's just formality that they can deflect upon if someone asks them about it. That's it.
Is applied. CCL is content classification label. Okay, I understand now. Viewers must provide explicit consent before they can start watching the stream. Okay, and this is like, yeah, 18 plus. However, if labeled streams are shown on a Twitch homepage, viewers may still see content in stream thumbnails that makes them uncomfortable. So this is what they're talking about. They're talking about you go to the following page, and you go to the For You page, and you have this situation. Now, obviously, this is a W recommend.
What? Why does he have this recommended, by the way? I have none of this recommended. Why? Why are these recommended channels? My recommended channels don't look like that.
Recommendation because I watch streams like this.
No,
but there are other people who get these recommendations who don't. So we'll go back to what they're talking about. So
asmongold literally admits that he's just a balding coomer. Okay.
That is what they're referring to. We want to make sure that the homepage, which is often the first page that viewers land on, is more aligned with viewer expectations. To address this, we are updating the criteria used for homepage recommendations. Streams that are labeled as drugs, intoxication, excessive tobacco use, violent and graphic depictions, gambling, and or sexual themes will no longer be included in homepage recommendation shelves due to the visual nature of these topics.
Okay.
Massive fucking W. This is exactly what I said they should do. And by the way, I think you should be able to turn this off. I think it should be on by default, but you should be able to turn it off if you choose to. If you want to see gamba, if you want to see boobs, turn it off. But it should be on by default. This is extremely reasonable and very good. Streams labeled as mature-rated games and profanity will not be affected by this update unless the streamer has also selected one of the labels above. Okay, so games, like basically mature-rated games, will not be categorized this way. Viewers can still search for or go directly to channels that are streaming the labeled content on the left bar and the homepage, but streams using these labels will not be surfaced in homepage recommendation shelves. Streams of
Dude, who cares? I wonder how much the homepage recommendation really does for Twitch, honestly. I really wonder. I think it doesn't do anything. I think the majority of people, even when they go to Twitch for the first time, they just see a random stream. Maybe they click on it, but after they probably click browse. I don't think that being on the front page of Twitch honestly does anything. Because if it actually did anything, it would probably boost, you know, people with 3K views to 10K views pretty easily, right? But I don't think that happens.
These labels will be included in category page recommendations so viewers can navigate the appropriate category for this content, which I think is kind of fair. I do think that for just chatting, you should probably remove... So, like, there's always going to be people trying to play games, right? And so if you go and you look at just chatting, there will be some people that are effectively doing streams like this and like this. Like this right here, if you look at this stream, like I would say that I think...
This is a YouTube edit, by the way.
This stream is sexual in nature. I think I would go that far. I would say it. And because of that, I think that in general...
But you would go that far to say it? Bruh. Far? What do you mean? It's pretty clear. It is pretty clear that this is only intended to be that kind of thing. There is no other attraction to this than that. This is literally only supposed to be that and nothing else. Okay?
General, any of this stuff, they should have to be in a different category. That is a sexually labeled category. You should not be able to sit in just chatting and
They can't make a category labeled as that, because that would probably be very negative to advertisers. Because some advertisers, do not actually want to be, you know, on the site that says, hey, here's family friendly, and here's family friendly mom fisting family friendly dad. Yeah, some advertisers do not appreciate that happening.
Circumvent these rules and do the same thing that you should be doing in the hot tub section. Because the reason why people go on just chatting is because the directory has more traffic, so they'll get more viewers. Can I see the example again? Okay. Anyway, but the streamer's using these labels, not surface. Okay. And making this change helps ensure viewers that viewers will not see content that they haven't consented to seeing. We will continue to explore adding more personalized viewer settings in the future. I think that also, like, one thing that they should do, if they, if this is this type of content, there are people who are going to break this rule. I can guarantee you. Because, like, if you're a girl and you're doing this stuff, you're trying to sell OnlyFans subscriptions, what would you do if you read this? You would say, okay, I'm going to stream in the just chatting section. That way I'm still on people's recommended, and that way I'm still in the larger category, right?
Yeah.
So this is clearly what they're going to do. I think they should just have it to where if you have people that are trying to break this rule, you add a blur to their to their thumbnail. That's all they need to do. That's what
Isn't the blur... No, that's stupid. You know why that's stupid? Well, admittedly, I don't know how smart these women are. Not smart at all, by the way. That was a lie. I know exactly how stupid they are. Okay, and I'm gonna say this. Any man who says, "Oh, a woman is really smart for knowing how to do this," you're just stupid. Okay, just gonna point that one flat out right out there. You know what's gonna happen? You know what's gonna happen if they blur the things? Women are gonna because blur things that you're not supposed to see. You want to see because you're not supposed to see them. And there's gonna be women who learn to manipulate the blurs in that ways that everyone thinks, oh wow, something really spicy is going on there, and I want to click. So if they blur these images, some woman is gonna figure out how she needs to stand and what kind of color she needs to wear, so it looks like something really, really good is going on there, and she's gonna get way more clicks because of the blurring. It's gonna be wild. This is the same effect that people use with hot thumbnails that aren't sexual in nature at all, but you know that it insinuates something's about to happen in hotness, you know? I don't know if they still do this, but a great example of this was previously, like 5 years ago, when Reddit stories were really blowing up on YouTube and everyone got them in their recommendations. They used a lot of thumbnails that had not even anything close to nudity. But man, you knew that implied spiciness of the best kind, you know? Stuff like that.
I think the solution is, you just blur the thumbnail, and that way people can't see it. Just doing a workout, but it makes it more noticeable. It's not about it being noticeable or not. It's about people seeing it or not. Blurring makes it to where you can't see it. Bro, just ban them? Maybe you could do that too. I mean, I wouldn't ban them. I personally wouldn't. I don't want to ban people for that, but I would just blur it, personally. Let's see here. Maybe there's a better solution I haven't thought of. I'll think about it more.
Of course.
Anyway, making this change helps ensure viewers they haven't consented to seeing. We want to feel confident. Okay, so here's the FAQ. Some types of content that were prohibited will now be allowed on Twitch if appropriately labeled. These changes include previously prohibited, but now allowed with label.
Oh, yeah, boy.
That deliberately highlights breast. Yes! Even when fully clothed. All right. Streamers found it difficult to determine what was prohibited and what was allowed and often evaluating whether or not a stream violated this portion of the policy was subjective. In addition, the former sexually content was out of line with industry standards, resulted in female presenting streamers being disproportionately penalized. Well, of course it did, because the female streamers are the ones that are selling their body, because those are the primary audience on OnlyFans. Like, why are we pretending?
That's actually true.
I love how you're using this language as if it's just completely disconnected from the obvious reality that we all exist in. Obviously, women are being punished more because women are selling their sexuality more. It's fucking obvious. What are we talking about with this bullshit language?
Yeah. That's completely correct. I did not expect that.
Am I crazy here? Am I taking crazy pills?
Usually, yes.
Jesus Christ. What the fuck is wrong with people? Tecton, thanks for the raid. What's up, boys? How y'all doing? Hey. All right, so yeah, anyway, this is a good thing. This is a very, very great thing. The language is fucking stupid, but really though, money is what makes it turn. Obviously, this content brings money to the website. Yes, absolutely. Fictionalized. Ooh, this is 2D.
Okay.
Good thing we got Tecton's audience in here. Guys, write this down. Fictionalized, fully exposed female presenting breasts or genitals and buttocks regardless of gender. So now we can have booba streams and it's totally okay.
Yep. Seems like it.
It's totally fucking fine.
There is a thriving artist community on... Really now.
Wow. Thank God. There is a thriving artist community on Twitch, and this policy was overly punitive and did not reflect the impact of their content. And also, this is true, by the way, with the industry standards. TikTok is full of... It's not porn, but it's basically porn, right? Like, it's full of it. Everybody watches this shit. Like, I open up...
Yeah, but TikTok's for American children, which makes it fine. So, you know, it is what it is.
Maybe
anything that damages American children is pretty good.
Is like I've only been on. The only time I go on TikTok is to watch videos of myself. You know, like that's it. I think no. There's actually one girl I thought was really hot. I looked up her TikTok. That was it. So it's like her and then
seems believable.
Videos that I look up of myself. So yeah, there's two things. Might have been another girl too. I don't remember. Point is that that's literally it. What I'm trying to get at here is that every other social media website has tons of this stuff. And why can't Twitch have it? I think they can. It's totally fine. Do you think porn will take over Twitch now that it's officially allowed? No, because people that want to watch Valorant aren't... Guys, that's just like... that is a small streamer cope.
Yes, it will. Yes, it will. Every single time rules are not applied, you know, gore and stuff like that instantaneously takes over. Because, well, on Twitch it's a little bit different because it's streams, but it's gonna be way more prevalent than not now. People are gonna talk it a lot more. It's gonna take over more than it has now, obviously.
That is a cope from, like, some fucking boring 35-year-old man that wears a snapback and dyes his beard blue for people to pay attention.
What is a snapback?
To him. He's like, man, these titty streamers are stealing all my viewers. No, you're not. No, they're not. Nobody's watching you because you're fucking boring. That's what it is. It's not like, oh, I was gonna watch this loser, but instead I'm gonna go watch a titty streamer. They act like they're a fucking, like a planet, right? Well, two planets. And it's like you get caught in their orbit. That's not what happens. If I'm here to play I want to watch World of Warcraft, I'm gonna go watch World of Warcraft. Like, I'm gonna go watch Rust.
I mean, until the point when you once click on a titty streamer because, you know, it is what it is.
Like, there are times that you want to look at porn and times that you want to look at other stuff besides porn. People that are going to look for video game streams are not going to go after, like, oh, I was gonna watch video games, but now I guess I have to look at porn. That doesn't make any sense. That's stupid, because if that's the case, then why weren't you just...
That argument is stupid because that implies that life works like this, but life fundamentally does not work like this. If what he was saying was true, then it would not matter, that the just chatting section would not be the biggest section, okay? Yes, are there people that want to watch something specific? Yes. But that doesn't happen a lot. There's a lot of people who are bored and they click on a Twitch stream because, you know, it's just there. They don't have anything specific. They're just bored and they want to watch something. Same reason why people find new YouTube videos. Because it doesn't matter if you're subscribed to 1 or 200 people, you're still gonna click on videos from new people because, hey, it's something else. So this argument is fundamentally flawed. Yes, there exist people that want to watch something very, very specific. But those people are a minority on Twitch. And if that was not true, then Just Chatting wouldn't be the biggest section. Because Just Chatting encompasses pretty much, well, almost everything, honestly. Anything can happen on Just Chatting, right? But it's the biggest section. And the biggest section on Twitch is the one that's not specific. That no one goes to thinking, oh, I want to see X thing happen here. Because maybe it does, maybe it doesn't.
Doing that to begin with. There it is. You look at porn for 2 o'clock to 2:10 a.m. tops. There are no fun women streamers.
True. Women are boring. Women are bad comedians. That's 100% true.
Well, I'm sure if there were, you'd probably get banned in their chat.
I mean, show me a single popular female streamer that isn't Pokimane or Amaranth. You can't. They don't exist.
Yeah, there it is. Oh my god.
And trust me, it has nothing to do with the fact that they're women. Hey, I'd way much rather look at a hot woman than asmongold, but the reality is women are just not entertaining. You need to entertain women. That's the simple rule of life.
So they can draw a hentai now? Well, I think that the obvious, like, this is the reality, is that you can have, I don't think you can be naked. Nothing here has said that you can be naked. Oh, we're at fictionalized, fully exposed. Oh, wait. Oh, you can do fictionalized. Wow, I actually didn't read that. Yeah, you can. You literally can. I didn't read this right. I'm going to read it again. Fictionalized, fully exposed female breasts or genitals. Holy shit. So I can draw a dick right now. Right now, at this very moment, I can draw a dick. Do it? Okay, give me a minute. I'm gonna pull one up. I'll draw it.
The big one, by the way. Is he gonna do it? Nope. The big one, by the way, is the last one, it seems like. Erotic dancing as striptease. Striptease is something where you do get naked. Yeah, that's how far it goes. So, man, I think a lot is possible now here at Twitch. It's gonna be fun to see what happens, obviously.
Do it? Okay, give me a minute. I'm gonna pull one up. I'll draw it.
We're gonna skip that because it's annoying.
And let's see here. Surely this affects the amount of companies willing to advertise on Twitch? No, because the company's advertisements just won't be on these streams. Or they won't be on this content. Like, for example, if you go and I open up the slots category, I don't know if this is going to happen or not, but a lot of times you won't get ads.
Well, yeah, but that doesn't mean companies want it. Again, we have... By the way, you don't even have to take my word for it. I think it was said by... what's his name? David Nash? David Nash. He said this even, that companies do not want to be on the same sites as things like this that happened. Now, admittedly, I have said this 100 times. The reality is, as long as there's no pushback, you know, Coca-Cola's completely fine being on a video where, you know, some guy gets chainsawed in the head, you know? That's completely fine, as long as there's no pushback. But for Twitch, there's gotta be pushback, right?
You see there's no ads? We'll pull up another one. Just
Don't you have ad block?
We'll look at this guy here. Maybe I'll get an ad? Well, that's actually a pretty good one.
What is this?
Oh, it's 1.2. It's not too bad. He's gonna lose some money here. Man, maybe I should play this game myself. I'd probably do way better than him. 1.2. This guy's actually, bro, like, he's doing really well. There you go. There you go.
Oh no, now it's starting to go the other way.
Oh, wow, bro, like, I should, dude, if I invested $1,000 into this, oh my god.
Shut up.
You see my point?
Nope.
Wants the outer
Where's
edge,
that a
16x. A 16x is for an outer edge? Dude, that's a scam. It should be like a 2000x for a pachinko machine. What do you mean? I saw Mo hit a 2000x. He won like $3 million.
Okay, I think we're done. Anyway, this was Cruiser Sensei. Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already, and have a nice day. Bye-bye.